Hi guys, Maikeru here. This is my Flipping for Fortunes episode 4. This is where we go from 1GP to 1 bill and we're carrying on where we left off in episode 3. In this episode we're flipping some more expensive items alongside the typical bulk flips and stuff like that again. So let's get into this video. I'm guessing no one was buying Torva boots. I tried to put an offer in at 16.35 mil because there's 16.7 mil mid. And I just insta-bought a pair for 15 mil. I have no idea who would sell them so cheap. I guess there was no buyers at all, so he just -5 loads of times. Right place, right time, hopefully. Let's see if I can make like 1.5 mil out of that. I actually managed to sell the Torva boots for just under 16.6. I instant bought them for just over 15 mil, so I made 1.5 mil flip on those Torva boots just because someone was so desperate. Seeing that is just awesome. Oh, that was a good flip on the Sour Diamond Brews. I bought them for 8.5, sold them for nearly 8.7, so I made like 200k nearly. After doing the flips with the Sour Diamond Brews and stuff, I done a flip with air up bones, made 125 GP on those. Didn't actually get to buy many as the margins kept changing, so I only flipped a couple, but I still made like 25k. And then I flipped some raw sourfish. I managed to buy the raw sourfish at 2,967 each and sell them at 2,997 each, so I made about 80k on that flip. All of these 50, 80, 100k's really do add up, as you can see with my cash stack growing and growing. Managed to buy one Virtus mask for 4 mil, sold it for over 4.1, so I made like 125k on that. I managed to sell my other Virtus masks now. I made 125k on both masks, that's 250k. Managed to flip a Torva full helm for 400k nearly. I just instantly flipped a Luck of the Dwarves. I bought it for 25.5 and I just insta sold it for 25.75. I made 250k just by chucking it in and it insta selling at mid. Hopefully I can do that again if I buy it at 25.5. How the hell did this happen again? I just instantly sold my Luck of the Dwarves at 25.75 again and I bought it for 25.5. It happened twice in a row, the exact same price. Someone must be buying them, but how am I buying them at 25.5? If he's buying them at 25.75, I don't understand. It's exactly the same price. This is so weird. So I bought the Torva helm at 5.5, sold it for nearly 5.9. So that's nearly 400k for the Torva helms. 500k from the 2 Luck of the Dwarves. Literally in the last 20 minutes, I've made a mil. Hopefully I can just keep doing flips like that. Oh, as I was trying to test out the Sourfish margins, I sold another Luck of the Dwarves. That's another 250k. Another 250k Sourfish flip. Yeah, boy. That's my full Luck of the Dwarves flip. I had to take it up a little bit, but I still made 180k. And that was my full Luck of the Dwarves in like half an hour. And you can do 10 every 4 hours. So if I can get all 10 done these 4 hours and then do it again next time, make a couple of mil each 4 hours from Luck of the Dwarves. Looking at my sales history, it's like Luck of the Dwarves, bought, sold, bought the Virtus boots, bought Luck of the Dwarves, sold Luck of the Dwarves. They're just such quick flips. And it's like 220k every time. So easy to make money with them. 10 buy limit is OP. Oh man, those Virtus boots weren't as good of a flip as I thought they were going to be. I only made like 60k. Nothing great. Oh, that's a nice Torva boot flip. I made nearly 600k. Now I've bought loads of Sourfish as well, waiting for those to sell. I'll make about a mil or so from those, so I'm hyped for those to all sell as well. Hey, we managed to flip 2 Torva full helms. I bought them for 5.47, sold them for 5.64. That's 170k per helm, which means I made 350k from both. That's really nice, and I just bought some Torva boots, time to sell those. I'm also in the process of flipping some Sourfish that have like nearly 100 GP margins, but the margin's getting smaller and smaller, so I want to sell them as fast as possible. Still should be able to make a good 700k or so from the 10k. I bought 2 Virtus masks, sold them, made like 100k per mask, but I literally can't buy this Luck of the Dwarves. I've had the offer in and I keep increasing it. It's like over mid now and it's just not buying, and the Virtus ones I've put in, I keep upping them, they're not buying. Need to find some other items. Sourfish is still going strong with their margins. It's like 50 GP flip, so I made like 200k on 4k. Still trying to flip some like prayer annals and prayer flasks and stuff. Sourfish just flips so quick. Oh, that's a juicy margin. I bought some prayer annals 4 dose for 13.36 and I sold them for 13.6. So it's like 238 GP profit per potion. I did a good flip overnight. I bought cooked sailfish at 2,535 each, which cost me 22.8 mil. And I sold them for 2,610 each and got 23.5 mil. So I made nearly 700k in one flip of sailfish overnight. Oh man, flipping sailfish in the morning, such nice GP. I just flipped 4,400 for 75 GP margins. Made an easy 330k right there. Hey, our cash stack's at 40.8 mil. We're getting there. The flips today have been going alright. I made 140k on a Luck of the Dwarves flip. And I made 20k on this one because I was just testing out the margins and seeing what they would actually like sell for properly. So I can do some more Luck of the Dwarves and hopefully make some more money. And then I also made nearly 100k on a Virtus Mask. I also need to see if I can get any more bulk flips going. I'm just going to keep testing loads of different items, but the Luck of the Dwarves are too good not to do right now. Virtus Masks are at such a solid place. Like I've been flipping them for like 2 weeks and I've made 100k flips consistently, like every time. I don't know whether I can actually flip this Drygore longsword. I hope I can. I just don't want to lose money on it. Thought I'd try out Drygores and it's not going too well. I managed to make 130k on that Drygore, by the way. The Drygore that I didn't think would sell sold for 134k profit. Flipping sailfish this morning, always really nice. I bought 9,999 and then sold them. Made about 700k on that flip, and then this flip here made another about 400k. The Drygore mace I bought, I made about 100k on. The boots just weren't selling. I only made about 50k on those. The margins are a bit messed up right now. Alright, back on the flipping grind. I was trying some other items. I managed to make like 10 GP per mahogany plank, so I made a little bit of money with those. And then I made about 300k with Luck of the Dwarf so far, because I've done 3 flips and they're always so quick and so easy. It's awesome. I was buying the Luck of the Dwarves consistently for just over 26 mil, but I'd done it like 4 times. So I thought I'd try and lower it even more, and I bought it for 25.9, which means this flip should be like nearly 300k profit. It's great. My sales history is just flooded with buying and selling Luck of the Dwarves and making more and more money each time. Because this last one made me 265k, and then the others were making me like 170k or so. So it's made me even more. As I've been doing cooking a lot while flipping, I sold some of my sailfish and they were selling at a very high amount. Obviously this doesn't contribute anything to the flipping series, this was just an amount that I was selling them for. So then I went to bed and started buying them overnight for 2,771 each. When I woke up this morning they had risen to 2,929 each and I sold most of them at this price. They're now down by about 30 GP, but I should be able to sell the rest at 2,893. So just from this flip of sailfish alone, I'm going to make like 2 mil. It's amazing how consistent and good sailfish still are. Even though I showed them so much in the last video and loads of people are probably doing them, they're still fantastic. There we go, sold the rest of the sailfish for 121 profit each, and then these ones gave me like 150. Very easy and quick flips with sailfish, to be honest. It's a shame they've only got a 10k buy limit and raw have 20k for some reason. Cooked have such better margins than raw. Anyway, let's go see what else I can flip. I did buy a Luck of the Dwarves to test out those margins today. If I had more money, Divine Charges might be quite good. They've got a 10k buy limit and they've got a margin of 135. But I can only buy like a couple of hundred and then it's not going to make me much money. If I could sink like 68 mil into 1,000 and then keep doing that, then I could make some decent money. But I just don't have enough money to keep investing in those, sadly. So I may do those in the future. Decent thing to note though. So I managed to flip 2 Virtus Hounds for 100k each. I started flipping some Ranar weeds. They take so long to buy, but they have a good margin. Also tested some adamant bars and stuff, but they just wouldn't buy. So I'm just going to keep experimenting with different items. None of the fortunate components were buying super cheap like I hoped, so I'm just going to take all the offers out. I've had them in for like a day, they're just not buying. I put in an offer for fortunates that aren't widely known to buy for quite cheap to see if I could get any and be lucky, but unfortunately I didn't. Hey look, my Drygore longsword just bought as I said that though, so I should be able to make like 200k on this one, selling it for just under 20 mil. We'll see if that one can sell. We're trying to buy the rapier. Oh, we bought the rapier as well. Maybe someone's doing KK and dumping all their stuff because I'm getting them quite cheap. Should be able to sell this one for just under 12.5 as well. Then I'll try and buy one more Drygore, maybe a mace. Try and buy that for 11.656. Wow, I just done a 10-minute Drygore flip that made me 320k. That was pretty nice. Drygores have been really good today, to be honest. I've made some decent money on them. On the Drygore longsword, I made 130k. On the Drygore rapier, I made 320k. On the offhand Drygore longsword, I made 220k. And then on the offhand Drygore mace, I also made 320k. There we go. Sold the offhand Drygore rapier for 180k profit as well. Oh, it's always weird whenever I insta buy 2 of something so cheap. So I insta-bought 2 of the helms at 3,850 each, so that could be their merch price, and they could be crashing hard, but I'm going to try and sell them for 4 mil. So this is going really well. Uncut Dragonstones were buying super cheap today. I bought 500, which is the limit, at 9,770 each. I just put in an offer to sell them for just under 11k. They all instantly sold for over 11k. This means every single Dragonstone I bought was a 1,400 GP increase. That means I made 700k just from that 500 Dragonstone flip. That's pretty awesome. Whoa, that was a good flip. The Drygore rapier flipped for 370k. These flips for Drygores can be very good. These Drygores are made 400k, then 250k, then 150k, then another 400k. Like, they just all add up so quickly, and you just, by the time you flip like 5, you've made like 1.5 million or something. It's great. I managed to sell my offhand Drygore rapier and buy 2 shadow glaives. So now I bought those shadow glaives for under 5 mil each, and I should be able to sell them for like 5.3 or 5.4, get like 400k a glaive. I also made 380k profit on that Drygore rapier. Very happy with just how much money and how big the margins are on these items. I just insta-sold both of the shadow glaives. What the hell? They sold for... What? I bought them for 4.9 mil each, and I sold them for 7.65 mil each instantly. Someone really wanted their shadow glaives. Oh my god. I made over 5 mil. That... Oh. Oh. Hey, I sold my Drygore long and my offhand Drygore mace. Made like 200k on the longsword and 400k on the mace. Oh, 220k from the taller boots. They strike again. Always really consistent flips. So I managed to make a decent amount on those shadow glaives again. I flipped them for over 400k, and that wasn't quite as good as the really big 5 mil flip for the 2. That was just really, really lucky. But over 400k each, making nearly 1 mil. I'm happy with that. I literally just put the offhand Drygore longsword I bought 30 seconds ago for sale, and it sold, and I made 300k. Like, they're just so quick to sell. They take a little while to buy, but I'm making 300k consistently with them. Drygores are like the new meta. Hey, overnight managed to sell all my shadow glaives, sell a Drygore, buy some Drygores. Let's collect it to our inventory. We have a really high amount of money now. Look at those profits from the shadow glaives. I bought them for 5 mil, sold them for 5.4, 400k per shadow glaive, that's 1.2 mil. I make 400k or so per Drygore. I'm just so happy with the amount of money I'm making. I'm going to get so much money by the end of this episode, and I'll round it off soon. I literally just chucked in that offhand Drygore mace, and I made 400k pretty much exactly. It's so good. So I just finished flipping 2 last Drygores for the end of this episode. If I collect it all to my inventory, we're at 86.3 million GB. A very good place to end this episode. Hope you guys are enjoying this flipping series, and I'm trying to do as many different items as possible. Hopefully you learned some stuff in this episode, and until next time, see ya.